For today's Cyber CEO episode,
she just kind of kept running with everything and really kind of kept things on track. I would just communicate with her and she would say, "Don't worry, I got it." She really has the business as a whole. I'm shocked at how thankful I am for her. I didn't know having a Cyberbacker would have this impact on me. It's been beyond helpful. She has far exceeded what I thought was going to happen, and I'm so incredibly thankful for her.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our Cyberbackers helped our Cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO, and we have a very special guest coming back to the show. Katie, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for coming back. I know you have a lot of things to do. Really appreciate you being on the show again. Now, what we wanted to do this time around was to get to know more and what's been happening between you and your Cyberbacker, but we can do that later on. First off, though, were you introduced to the world of Cyberbacker? Who introduced you to us?
Well, it's interesting. I don't know is that I pin it down to one particular person. In our industry, we have a lot of opportunity to go and do a lot of training classes. And so, but several people who utilize Cyberbacker, but I believe it was at a conference when I first heard about them. And now I just hear about them all over the place.
So a conference and now all over the place. So talk to me more about that. Why did you need the help though? Why were you looking for someone to help you out? Leverage, of course.
Well, because there comes a point in the business where you realize that you're doing a lot of things that you could be putting your efforts in other areas that are the 80-20 principle. And so that's exactly what was happening to me, that I was spending time doing things that I really should be delegating to somebody else that could do it. And honestly, they do it a lot faster than I would have. It's been beyond helpful.
Now, if you could help me out here, what were these tasks that you need to do, but you don't have the time to do that, Katie?
There's a lot of social media posts that my Cyberbacker does, a lot of designs that she does, ads. She'll go into command and put in some of my contacts, and you make smart plans. And one of the things that I found that I was doing is spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to do those things and then doing them. So it wasn't just a matter of going in, a 5-minute task. I was spending, 30 minutes learning how to do it and then 5 minutes doing it. So the fact that I was able to, give that task to somebody else not only freed up the time that the task took, but the time that I was spending figuring it out.
All right. So I think really the thinking about what you needed to do again and executing the thing that you wanted to do, that really takes a lot of time and a lot of your thinking time as well, right?
It does, absolutely.
Yes. Now, how did your Cyberbacker get into that picture then? Talk to me more about, especially social media. That's kind of big nowadays, right? Social media. How does your Cyberbacker help you in social media?
Oh my gosh. How does she not help me? She really has kind of, once we kind of got to learn each other, get to know each other, and she learned the style and the vision that I had for my business, she was able to go ahead and make posts. I'll, make videos, whether it's at an open house or of a new build. I'll use some scripts that I'll put on video, educating people about, terminology in real estate or what something means. I sent her the video and she turns it into, I don't know how many things she turns it into. But so not only does she have the ability to do those things, but she's also getting it onto multiple social media platforms. She has definitely increased my Google My Business, and, getting the referral or, not referrals, recommendations from my past clients. So reviews. And so she'll put all those up there. And so, I have 5-star business showing up on Google.
Wow.
And so it's never ending, the things that she's doing for me.
There. Now, what did your social media look like though before you got your Cyberbacker to work on it compared to now?
I would say that the quality was probably there based off of the fact that, or at least the quality of how I want it to look. So that was there. However, it was intermittent because there was only so much I could do. My job was to go and sell houses. And so it was a little intermittent, and now it's not. She is doing a lot of posting and everything that they tell us in this industry to do to gain more business. And she's done a fantastic job.
There. How long have you been working with your Cyberbacker, by the way?
It's probably been right around a year.
Around a year. First year with your Cyberbacker. A lot of exciting stuff, of course. Now, talk to me more about the partnership then. I'd like to know how important is communication, because I think even if it's virtual or not, or if it's a person in the office, communication is very important. But how about now between you and your Cyberbacker? How crucial is communication?
Well, it's still very crucial. Here's the thing. She understands what I want. And so I don't spend a lot of time giving instruction. However, there's platforms that she has set up that I can text her or do a tracker and let her know what needs to be done. And I will say she's absolutely fabulous at communication. So in fact, it's kind of gone in reverse where sometimes she's like, don't get it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So she's done a fantastic job.
Fantastic job at communication. Now, how do you communicate though? Just like what we're doing now, video calls or text messages, emails?
Yep.
All of the above.
All of the above. I'm sure if I wanted it to go one direction, I'm sure she would definitely go ahead and do that. I like to text, but there's certain things that need to go in email. So various things. And one of the things that we actually have coming up, and I'm very excited about it, is with coaching. So I have a real estate coach, and she's going to start coming in on those sessions. That way she can know exactly what we're planning and be part of that planning process. So it's not just now me saying, hey, do this. She's kind of coming in and collaborating with us. And she has a beautiful mind, and I'm very excited about that. She spends time researching and saying, hey, this I think would be a great idea. She totally 100% has the business at heart as far as wanting it to grow and be successful. And just knowing that she's a team member. She's, somebody who's 100% invested in this.
Yes, team member, a family member, right?
Absolutely.
Now, a lot of exciting stuff, of course, for the future. Now I'm getting curious though. How about new tasks? Do you have any new tasks that you're planning to let her do within the next few months from today?
Yeah. So there are definitely some new tasks coming up. We're continuing to build with social media. In real estate, we always hear, find out what's working and increase that. And so that's one of the things that we have done in the past. And I'll be honest, she has far exceeded my expectations as far as if I were to have done the task myself, I know I wouldn't have even gotten 50% of what she's done. And so she is helping increase my business with referrals. And she spent a lot of time doing that and reaching out to other agents in other areas. And we do have a few other things coming up, and we're excited. And we're not going to tell everything just yet, but we definitely have some things coming up.
Gosh, a ton of stuff to be excited about, your partnership, of course. Now, we talked about time, getting your time back, helping you with the task, getting things done. What has been the biggest impact of your Cyberbacker, though, all throughout the first year that you've been working together? If you could pinpoint one,
Well, so I've already mentioned things as far as her increasing social media and Google My Business and adding a lot of validity to that. So I'm very thankful. I will say, though, I did have a personal experience that was very difficult for me over the last few months. And she knew me and knew that I needed some time where I wasn't really working. And she just kind of kept running with everything and really kind of kept things on track. And so I shouldn't say I wasn't working. I was just kind of, taking a little bit of time off. And, I would just communicate with her and she would say, don't worry, I got it. And she was able to keep things like on track so that when that difficult situation was over with, I was back in as if nothing had happened. And I think that comes from, number one, her knowing me, her being willing to, look, if I didn't communicate with her one day because I couldn't, she was just like, that's okay. I know the vision. I'm going to keep going forward. And she would create something and send it to me and say, hey, this is what I have. And I'd be like, roll with it. I appreciate you taking the time, but knowing it was important to me to be able to continue on. And she kept things afloat. And I'm so thankful for her for that.
And just having someone who's as invested as you in your business as well, right? Someone to back you up whenever you need the help, right?
Absolutely, 100%. And it goes even beyond that. There's been a few times where like we have subscriptions for different things, and she'll say, "You're not utilizing this subscription to the highest ability. Do we need to downgrade it to the next level?" And she really has the business as a whole. So she's looking out for my interests as far as, my costs to run my business. And she'll let me know the other side too, if, we need to increase something. So, she really is looking at it as a whole.
So basically she's like turned out to be a partner somewhat in the business too, right?
Absolutely. 100%. I'm shocked at how thankful I am for her. Not that she's not worthy of it, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know having a Cyberbacker would have this impact on me.
Now imagine that's only the first year. Imagine 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One last thing. For sure, your Cyberbacker Leslie is going to be able to listen and watch this once we have this online. So do you have any special messages you'd like to give out? Maybe a shout out to her on the show.
I just want her to know how thankful I am for her. I mean, she has far exceeded what I thought was going to happen. And she knows me in a way. And I'm, very thankful for her kindness and compassion on a personal level. But then on the business level, the fact that she really is, she's a team member. She 100% wants to see this grow. And I'm so incredibly thankful for her.
Now, Katie, seems to me you've already found your perfect Cyberbacker. Obviously, we're very excited to see the continued growth all throughout the year. And again, Katie, thank you very much for coming back. You have a wonderful day, all right?
Thank you. And thank you, Leslie.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.